I'm Jessica.
And this is Black Leave America podcast, where we highlight holistic wellness, travel, mental health, and self-care through traveling outside of America to reconnect and rediscover who you are. It's time for us to leave any condition that disrupts our peace. Black Women Leave America opens your eyes and explores new ways of living, but more importantly, new ways of being. Because sometimes you have to leave in order to find yourself.
Hey everyone, welcome to Black Women Leave America, the live edition. And today we're doing another reaction video. I don't know what we're reacting to, so I'm going to find out just like you are. Miss Jessica's about to tell us. I am your host, Avalaura, and this is your other amazing host.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Jessica. You know what? I meant to have a chit chat with you about the intro. A lot of people are saying that we shouldn't have our intro in front of our video on YouTube because nobody does intros anymore. So y'all let us know in the comments if you think we should keep introducing ourselves or if we should just cut right to the chase of what we're talking about for the day.
But the people who don't do intros, what do? They just come right on? Do they have anything? Because I've seen some things.
No, from all of the folks that I'm subscribed to that do major like YouTube, they said cut it out. Get rid of the intro.
I like our intro. I want to hear from y'all. What do y'all think? I love our intro, but we're biased, right? So does it add value? Do you like it? Do you want to sit and watch it? Do you listen, just cut to the chase and just go right to it? Because I had the attention span of a flea. That's what's happening now? That's a great question. I would like to know that too.
Yeah, so you all let us know if you think we should just cut the intro and get right into what we're going to be talking about in that episode. Because also what they're stating is the title is what says what you need to say.
TV shows still have intros, even though I skip them all the time.
See?
I may watch it once just to get a sense of what their intro looks like because it kind of gives you a sense of what the show is, and then I never watch it again.
There you go.
I hate when it comes up. It's like intro, skip, recap, skip, whatever. Skip. I skip everything. So
and I think that's the point they're making.
Did I just prove my own point? I want to hear from y'all though. What do you think? Because I might be different, or I might be skipping along with everybody else. Y'all can't stand that. I'm like, why y'all gotta have all this stuff in the front? This is why I pay for streaming.
It's funny because I've been binge watching Entourage over for whatever reason, I don't know, but and so I watched it. It's really funny. Side note, sidebar. Entourage has a lot of the Hollywood in your face that we're now talking about 10 20 years later. It was right there on Entourage. Even Harvey Weinstein.
They were ahead of their time.
It was right there on Entourage. So anyway, with that being said, every time, you're right, every time, and I'll be like, Skip, I want to be your super Skip.
They spent all this money on these theme songs and all of that, and we just skipping through all of it.
Yep.
Hilarious.
Every time. Nope, don't want to hear it. Nope, don't need to see him get out the car. What do I need to see him get out the car over and over and over again for? Just go directly to the episode. So anyway, so you all let us know if you still want us.
So remember, before when we didn't have remotes, so we actually, I think of a different world. We loved hearing the theme song. I know my parents. You're like, hi, you get excited. Now we just skip it.
I finally heard them say it's a different world.
That was bomb, right?
But we don't have that anymore because the theme songs suck. Even Girlfriends, right? We just had Angie Stone that passed away. Girl, I didn't know she had sung that. I was like, oh,
I didn't know that either. But I didn't know that either.
There to think you be my girlfriend. Yeah, you never skip that. You never skip that. But anyway, we went on a tangent of something completely different. But
Listen, if y'all watched us, that's what we do. And if you keep
never
watching us, then you love when we do it, because that's what we do.
Very interesting point. I'm gonna put it on TikTok. Anywho, all right. So today we're talking about what Japan does it tell you about living in Japan as an American. We have a reaction video, so I have not seen this video. So let's see what she's talking about.
So my first video blew up on what it's like living in America living in Japan as an American, okay? So first things first is the money. Everything is super cheap here. You don't have to worry about going out grocery shopping and spending $200. Maybe you're going to spend $3. Not really. Once again, the people are amazing. They're very sweet, very kind, and yeah. Also, everything is very convenient here. Like, I'm going to show you guys this, but they have things on the road for people who are blind. In the bathrooms, they have toilet seat cleaners. It has music, bidets, all that. This right here is for blind people, y'all. Also, you just can't beat the weather. Like, baby, it's January. Where I'm from, Ohio, January?
That's it?
No. Or maybe that is it. Yeah,
I know she didn't end it like that.
My first video blew up on what it's like living in America.
Yeah, that was it.
Okay, what's the first video?
The first video, I don't know. We'd have to find
it. Like I missed some stuff.
Yeah, I feel like I missed some stuff too. Let me see if I can find it. But I think that's pretty cool. They have little engravings on the ground to tell, blind folks where to go. I think that's
very
amazing.
thoughtful. I'm wondering how much use it gets. Like, is there, a lot of blind people in Japan? Well, first of all, probably more people out walking in public transportation. I mean, it like New York or something, right? There's so many places here in the US where we're not walking. It's not like walker friendly. Like when you look at real estate listings now, because I look at this stuff, when you look at real estate listings here, like in certain neighborhoods, it'll show you like how walkable it is, right? It'll have a score, like how bikeable, walkable, or like if public transportation, those kind of things, right? Because some places are really remote, they're so suburban, you have to drive, you can't walk anywhere. So I'm wondering if Japan you're doing a lot of walking. And I know someone who actually, I think she's living in Japan right now. I'm gonna see if we can get her on the podcast. But how walkable it is. And obviously there's different places, right? But there would have to be, I would think, a percentage of need-based blind folks of having that to go ahead and spend the money to do that. At least, I mean, here, like we would never do that. Like, because how many people are going to use it? And are blind people, are they voting? Right? And how much political weight do they have? That would be the reason for doing something like that. Otherwise, no, we're not doing it. I mean, so that's interesting. I would have liked to have seen more of Japan. I saw some people like on bikes coming by. But I don't know why I cut off like that, because that was not enough information. Okay, the weather, that's great. But is it you like that year round? Like what? I don't know what that means. I don't know what the weather was because she didn't say. I just saw that she didn't have on like a coat. She had on like a little jacket or whatever. So I need more information. I mean, I'm intrigued. I need more information. Now, to the toilet thing, I have heard that Japan is very clean. That is real. So the bidets, now that's wild. Now you think about this. Most Americans don't have bidets. Most Americans probably don't even know what bidets are. They don't even know how to pronounce bidets. And they have bidets in public places. Can you imagine you go to a restaurant and you go to the bathroom and they have a bidet? And they have cleaning wipes for you because they care? That's wild. That is wild. Is this the first video?
Yeah, this is the first video. The one thing I do not like about this new platform that we're using is like you cannot do anything in behind the scenes. But anywho, So yeah, she does have her first video, which I'm gonna be honest with you, from what I saw, it doesn't look like it has very much additional information.
So why she say it blew up? You know what? But that's TikTok. Everything blows up, and then anyway.
Everything blow. I mean, you'll get one that blows up, right? That's not the issue. The real issue or the real thing is whether or not you can create content that continuously can get views because you're creating stuff that people actually want to watch. So, anywho, we'll see what she said in this video. I'll kind of try to pull it up and try my best here to pull it up and see if she says anything else. Now, mind you, I just watched it kind of on mute, so let's see if she says anything.
How you watch it on mute and you know what she's talking about? Explain that one.
Because I could believe me. I've been doing this long enough.
On mute, she wasn't really talking about nothing. That's hilarious.
I can tell you, I've been doing this for long enough.
Oh my goodness, that's funny.
So y'all,
I've been doing this for
one thing that I love about living in Japan is you can just walk out in the freely and you don't have to feel judged about nothing, babes. There's no judgment here. Another thing is that Japan people or Japanese people, I also love that they accommodate for everybody. Like, so y'all, one thing that I love about living in Japan is you can just walk out in the freely and you don't have to feel judged about nothing, babes. There's no judgment here. Another thing is that Japan people or Japanese people, I also love that they accommodate for everybody. Like, they know that good service means that they're just being good people. They don't have to do it for anything. Unlike people in the States, because you know when they be nice to you, you be like, what do you want? Another great thing is that their food is good. That's all I gotta say about the food. If you want to know more about the food, but you need to come down here and try it yourself, period. And another thing is I love how people are nice to you when they don't even know you. They don't expect anything from you. They just be nice because that's who they are. They're good people, period. And lastly, y'all, I love the view. You walk outside and you just see mountains on mountains on mountains.
That's the one that went viral.
It went mini viral.
Maybe it went viral because she said Japan people and not Japanese.
Well, so
cut that out, Joe. She said, "You know what? I'm gonna just leave it. I'm not even gonna edit that part out. We just gonna stick with that." What do y'all think? Would you see that video and be like, you know what? I want to go to Japan. You know, I feel like what generation is that? Is that Gen Alpha? Is she Gen Alpha? Is she too old for that? What's Gen Alpha? I know my 11-year-old is Gen Alpha, but I don't know how far it extends.
Yeah, whatever.
Real fast and all of that, and that's so Gen Alpha.
There's this comedian that is on TikTok, and she talks about her daughter and how her daughter kind of talks to her. She said, so my daughter comes up to me and she's like, so mom, I mean, and that's all I saw in
her. 10-year-old, everything is slay. Period. I know I did something right when I hear slay. Okay, and period.
What does this have to do with Japan? Nothing.
Absolutely nothing. I was the mannerisms. Listen, I'm a life coach. Okay, I watch mannerisms for a living. Yeah. Okay, back to Japan. Yeah.
I am going to find a video where Japanese culture, because I showed Avalaura, but a lot of Black culture is being adapted into Japan.
Is it Japan or I know Korea? Like, listen, Koreans love us. Okay, I don't know about Japan, but Korean hip hop,
yeah,
they got a whole Korean culture that it's like, dang, I look like Black, but what? Hey, hold on, man.
What's going on? Right? No, so here,
maybe we need to look at Korea because listen, I think you might feel at home in Korea. I don't know. Well, except maybe not.
Well, no. I'm gonna show you, and we're not trying to make fun of nobody, none of that. I just want to show y'all what I found. I'm just trying to show y'all this is it. Don't come for me. Don't send for me. Nothing. Like I say, it's no.
You know, you say something wrong, that people want to go viral. Okay. Y'all, let me tell you something. I love y'all. I love our viewers. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for commenting. Right now, the reaction video about New Zealand has just gone bonkers. And I'm looking at the conversation and it's just like, wow, this is wow. Y'all just having whole conversations with yourself over this video. It's crazy. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. It is going viral or mini viral. I don't know what the, is there a rule like if this many views is viral, this many views is mini viral, this many views is not viral at all?
But isn't a rule, but there is a almost status level, right? Like you can't say I got 5,000 views, I'm viral. That's not viral. Okay. Once it gets over 10K, then you're teeter-tottering on mini viral, like mini viral. I would say anything between 10K and maybe 60,000 is mini viral. And then once you get over 75,000, that's when you start getting brands reaching out to you. They taking notice. They're like, oh, you got a video that's hidden right now, right?
That's good information, y'all. Write this down.
Yeah.
Well, we went mini viral.
And
this is the second time?
Yeah, second time.
Or third time? Actually, third time. And not every time. The Belize one was great because I could look at that and say, yeah, we're doing something. Oh, dread. You told me about this. The second one was the dryer incident in Dubai, and that was really embarrassing, but that one went mini viral. And then the third one about Black women living in New Zealand, and it's amazing. I love all the New Zealanders coming in and commenting. You have to go see it. The thread is the best because the New Zealanders are coming through like, come on, Black women, we want you. It's amazing.
Love it. So yeah, this is his video. See his hair?
I can't really. He needs to turn around.
They're speaking in Japanese, so we got to read the subtitles.
Okay, I fell in love with Black culture in middle school. I knew I wanted to try it once I became an adult. And you're a dancer. I think it's rare to have dreads in Japan. What's it like having dreads in Japan? So he's asking him. Okay.
You stand out a lot, and the style can really match your clothes, the clothes you wear. But you won't be accepted by people who are more uptight.
Oh, welcome to America.
Yeah, right. look at the Black people walking by.
Did your parents say anything? No, they know I've been interested in this sort of culture. Who specifically did you look up to? Don't say Bob Marley. I looked up to Black dancers when I was young. Which dancers? All dancers? Now I also look up to rappers. Ian Connor, who was a fashion icon. I don't know him. And Lil Nas. Oh, God. Are you glad that you decided to have dreadlocks? Yeah, I want to continue having dreads unless I go bald. Most of my friends have dreads too. So I'm in an environment that is where it's pretty common. I mean, his hair is cute.
Yeah, it's nice.
I mean, honestly, they look good. They look like light-skinned Black people.
Yeah, right.
Look at him. Yeah, it's hilarious. Oh, but look at the stance. Look how he's like little hip hop b-boy stance. Oh, I love it. Oh my God, this is great. This is great. Y'all gotta watch this. I'm not reading. You gotta come and read the list. You gotta read some subtitles, okay? Tupac. He doesn't have dreads. Tupac is tall.
I like listening to lo-fi.
Oh my God. Honestly, this is good. He's going around interviewing folks that have dreads. Yeah. And stop calling them dreads. We call them locks. We don't call them dreads no more.
You know what's funny is his hair is like peeking out at the top.
I'm washing my hair. I wash my hair. But, when your hair is that, you can't wash it for a while. He's had braids too. Yeah. Oh my gosh, for over half a year. It's hilarious. Look at everybody looking. Now they might just be looking because they're being interviewed.
Yeah.
Now, what's interesting, I don't know when this is done, but there's a lot of people walking around with masks.
Yeah, no, this is 2 years ago. This is
I like seeing. I feel like I'm seeing more of Japan, though.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And the first video,
I wonder if they're discriminated against, except foreigners. Nice hair. So foreigners tell him nice hair and ask for a picture. He black. You
trying to tell me not black?
He look black, yo.
His hair look black. He ain't black.
You can't see him. He has on a mask. He look like he could be black. Listen, I'm telling you, they look like some light-skinned black folks. His locks, though, look at his locks. Yeah. They don't look, at the roots.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like frizzy. When white people try to lock their hair and it look like they had to put a whole bunch of beeswax in it to get it to stick because their hair is not meant for it. His hair looks like it's meant to be locks.
You're right. And I think compared to the second guy that we saw, which had like, I think his was fox locks. That wasn't real locks. I think he actually trying to get some real locks going.
Okay, like Japanese people. Okay.
Yeah.
Anybody here in Japan see this movement? Anybody here Japanese watching? Listen, I would love to get some Japanese folks on here watching who have locks. We call them locks. Or know people with locks and talk about this trend. I would love that.
Here's what's funny though. Look at this. Right here. I'm trying to get to it. Just had it. It's a bunch of black people that walk past him as he's interviewing. Yeah.
Oh, I see. Yup. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Look, we in here. Okay.
It's like the four black people that walk past as he's interviewing.
I'm curious, right? Because as the late Paul Mooney used to say, everybody want to be black but don't want to be black. Yes. So I'm curious how it is in Japan because do they want the smoke that come with it? But I think it's dope. We're amazing,
Yeah, we are.
We're amazing. I have locks. I love my locks. Don't have dreads. Yeah. Very cool. What y'all think about this whole movement? Okay. His are cute. He looks like a little, you can't really tell that they're locks from the front. You can tell something's going on, but you can't really tell what it is. It looked like it could be twists, it could be anything. But that's cute.
Isn't that funny though? That's just really interesting to me. Really interesting.
Well.
Really interesting. Well, so what they don't tell you about Japan is that they definitely wear locks out there.
As they call it, dreads. I was just waiting for him to say I look up to Bob Marley. I forgot they're too young. No, he said Lil Nas X.
Really?
And Tupac, who had no hair. That's funny.
Really?
It's funny.
Look. Anywho. Yeah, you can't make this up. You cannot make this up. But anyway, so we definitely Avalaura is going to reach out to her contact who is living in Japan. We definitely want to hear from more folks who are living in Japan because my sons want to go to Japan really, really bad. Like oh my gosh.
Yeah.
They're engulfed in love, anime, and
one of my daughters too.
Yeah. So it's really interesting.
Yeah, it's intriguing.
So I definitely want to hear from some folks who have been there. So if you've been there or you know someone who currently lives there as a Black American and has moved there, would love to hear their perspective.
Absolutely. Well, this has been enlightening. I mean, who knew? Who knew? Maybe you knew. Anyway, we want to hear from you. Like I said, comment below. We love the comments. We read the comments. Okay, we read the comments. So,
what do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about like Asian culture wanting to wear dreadlocks as a symbolism of I want to be a part of that? But I think it's kind of like a twist on the 70s when Black people were really engulfed in like karate and like Asian culture, right? Like my dad talks a lot about that. Like so he probably felt a way about us, like, what y'all doing?
Mhm.
Remember Bruce Lee was like the big thing,
Yes, Bruce Lee was huge. And then we had,
right?
what was that movie? Oh God. Y'all,
The
come
Last
on.
Dragon.
Yes, thank you.
Right, right. The Last
What's
Dragon.
his name?
Bruce Leroy.
Leroy.
My favorite movie. I love that movie. Bruce Leroy. And he went, and then what's the big guy's name? Show enough.
Show enough.
Show enough.
I mean, you know,
He was walking around in kimono like the whole nine.
listen, I dig kimonos now. I love a nice kimono. Let me be clear. I will rock a kimono. You know, I love that we can celebrate each other's cultures. You know, I think, you know, I think it's sad though when we can like look at it, right, and then automatically maybe think something negative, like why are they doing that or whatever. Obviously, I'm talking about Japanese, right? Not everybody. It's something that they appreciate, and they say, well, imitation is the best form of flattery. So, you know, I'm taking it for what it is. I think it's dope. Yeah, I don't know. I would love more information though. I would love to hear from Japanese folks, like how prevalent is this? How are they treated? Like, are they discriminated against because of this whole, I'm gonna just call it like the b-boy. They're like, I don't know, hip hop rap, you know, or what they deem it to be, right? I wonder how they're treated there, because it is a different culture.
Great.
So
You know what? That's a great point. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna reach out to the guy, the YouTuber, and see if we can get him to come
yes,
on.
I would love to hear that. Does he speak English? Because you said it's in Japanese.
Look, I assume.
So
Yes, in Japanese. That's what I thought. So yeah, I will reach out to him. He translated it into English, so
okay,
I don't
well,
know.
somebody else might have done that. But no, that would be cool because I have so many questions now.
Oh, he
Yeah,
has 2.4 million subscribers. He may not respond to me, but I'll reach out anyway.
listen, you never know. Okay, I guess it's safe to say he going viral.
Yeah,
Okay,
he done
we
made it.
just going mini viral. We just mini viral over here.
He done made it, so he might not respond. But I'm gonna go ahead. He got his email on here, so I'm gonna go ahead and email him.
It's so cool though. I love, you know, I the cool thing, and you know, the thing that I love about this podcast, I just love exploring different cultures and different people and different ways of living. You know, I think so often, this healing work that I do, I think is so profound and it's so impactful. And I think a lot of times, you know, people haven't healed or are still feeling stuck is because they're in this box of wherever they are, wherever they came from, however they think things are supposed to be. And when you study different types of people in different cultures and, you know, different ways of living in different places, you see like it's so vast. And we literally just put ourselves in these boxes and we don't have to. There's so many different ways of living and you just have to choose it. So I think it's so cool.
Oh, that was so well said, Laura. I love it.
It was from the heart.
I'm serious.
It was from the heart.
That was just. It was from my heart too, even though I didn't say it. It was beautiful. So
life is better here. It's so difficult here. Okay, I'm getting mixed signals.
Look, listen though. He's the like Japan version of us. So he interviews people that are vice versa, right? They go to Japan to US, or people that have left the US to live in Japan.
Okay, we gotta reach out to him. We have to reach out. We gotta reach out. What's the name of his channel?
Girl, I don't know. How you say this?
Oh God, it really is in Japanese. Okay.
Hold on, let me ask my son.
Is that his name, Takashi from Japan?
Yeah, I was gonna say I
Or
can
is
ask my
that
son how to say this. I don't know.
I say it's Takashi, but I don't know what it means. Hello,
Look,
Google Translate.
look, he got 2.9 million views on I will never go back to the US living in Japan for Americans.
Oh, can we see that one?
Hmm.
It's a black man too.
Yep. Let me see if I can get it pulled up here. Come on, internet, work with me here.
Hey, Clean.
Oh, here we
Instead
go.
of focusing
Let me get rid of the
We no commercials. Sorry, boo boo.
ad.
Remember, we skipped those.
we
we skipped
skip
those.
commercials. Even though her program's really great, I did do a piece of her program. It's really good. So kudos to her for getting out there and doing those YouTube ads because she's amazing. I didn't finish it, but I did start it.
I've seen her Facebook. Well, anyway, I'm not propping up other people, so
Yeah.
there we go.
Well, I'm a proper up. She's a black woman, so I'll prop her up. But
I didn't see it, read it, whatever. But I know her ads are,
yeah. She's dope though. She's really dope. Let me see. But like I said, I didn't finish because I couldn't pay for it. But it was good. If I could pay for it, I would have stayed, but I couldn't do it. All right, so let's see. Let me get to the black guy. Let's get to the black guy.
Oh, there's one. That's a different one.
Something.
Hold on, I'm trying to unmute him.
Super safe for women to walk home alone. I noticed that a lot. Like I'd walk home at like 2 or 3 in the morning and I'd see women alone. Right. Also, is in New York, you can't really drink that much and pass out. But people here, if you see someone passed out or sleep in public, nobody's touching their watch. Right. No one's touching their expensive bag. Like it's super safe.
Compared to the rest of Japan, it's, big city, lots of people, and yet so many people, but everyone is kind of in their own lane, not really trying to socialize until you're in that environment. But in other countries, you can just anywhere kind of just spark a conversation. But it's also possible here, but the feeling is a little bit different where people that really don't want to interact make it clear.
Especially for Americans, I think, because when I went to the States for the first time, like I was so shocked that people started talking on the street, and that would never happen in Japan. So
that's why it's a big difference coming here and then having people that are like very close and like maybe you have some fashion thing that they might want to comment on, but they just won't say anything.
I think how annual holidays are celebrated.
Do you see at the top here? He has like where they came from and how many years they've been in Japan.
Oh, I see it. Where was the black guy? I didn't see it.
Yeah, let me go back to it. He was been in Japan for 14 years. He's from Virginia. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And then this guy who's been there a year, he's from Richmond, Virginia.
Richmond. Okay, Virginia.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I didn't think that they would say what they said. And he obviously speaks English, so good. So we can talk to him. That's interesting. So it almost sounds like New York, like New Yorkers, like focus, don't talk to each other. So I wonder what that's about.
I do too. I agree. I want to hear one more thing.
On the other end, Japanese people think of America as not safe. So some people are actually worried about coming here because of the gun violence that's going on in the U.S. So that was the biggest thing that people always mention when they come to talk to me about the States.
I think general impression that I think we all agree that Japanese people like the States. Japanese people kind of fantasize at the same time. But from your perspective, many Japanese people recognize the United States is not safe.
Yeah, that's pretty much most people's impression of the U.S. Unless they've already been out of the country, that's usually the impression.
Maybe that's true because, even Japanese media, like they show a lot about gun shooting, how corruption, everything in the States. Maybe that's why,
I've noticed that on the news or on social media in general, that the image of the U.S. is definitely being skewed in a way. But at the same time, in the U.S., when you're on social media, you also see these things. But it's just for the Japanese people to actually like cater it to that system. And it's not all about that, but it is like their main, I don't know, the main quality of the U.S. Like this is happening in the U.S. Like this crazy stuff happens there. It doesn't happen here.
the impression or reaction I get to someone, it really depends on where their interests lie. For example, I met a friend and her aunt was quite older. I think her aunt was around maybe 65 or 70 years old. And I told her my name was Richard. And she was like, oh, like Richard Gere. Like, you know, like the old white American actor, Richard Gere. I mentioned to another person that I was from the US, and they're like, you look like Snoop Dogg. And I look nothing like Snoop Dogg. You know, I think it really depends on the person you're talking to and what their kind of connection is to America. But I think most people think when I tell them I'm from New York City, for some reason they're quite impressed. I think New York City is kind of like this sort of, you know, interesting place for Japanese people.
For everyone in the world.
Well,
not Richard Gere. That's funny.
Yeah, not Richard Gere. No.
You know, that's like when I was growing up. Now, let me put this in context, right? I'm not gonna say my age, but if you've been watching, you know. But when I was growing up, Ava was not a popular name. Especially not a Black girl named Ava. So Ava blew up, you know, I don't know how many years ago now. Like now, there's a lot of little Avas walking around. But when I grew up, I was literally the only one. So whenever I introduced myself, and I would say my name is Ava, and don't call me Ava, call me Avalaura. But I would say my name is Ava. They would say, oh, like Ava Gardner? And I didn't even know who the hell she was.
Yeah, I'm like,
yeah, her. The old white movie star. Yes, her. And this guy that I liked, like I had this crush on him. He had this crush on me. We just were in a relationship because his mom liked me, but she didn't want us together. I'm weird. She used to call me that. And so that's how I was known, because there were no Avas. So it's hilarious when he says that.
That's crazy. He's like Richard Gere.
Right, Richard Gere, like old people. Not little Richard. Not, you know, like Richard Gere. Yeah, that's
right. Oh goodness, that is hilarious.
That was great. I feel like I got a little more insight, you know, into Japanese culture, Americans' experience there. I can dig it. So yeah, I would love to hear from you all watching. Would you go to Japan? Not, I shouldn't say go, because I would go. Would you consider living in Japan? Do you know somebody who's been there and loves it? Do you not love it? Like, have you been there and had not a great experience? We'd love to hear from you. So let us know in the comments. Yeah, but I think this has been great. I learned some things today.
I did too. You know, it's really interesting, you know, what you can find out and what you can learn if you just type in some stuff into Google, I tell you. We started off with dreadlocks in Japan and moved on into, you know, a completely different realm of just interviews. But I think this also kind of makes that stance of too, the curiosity that you were talking about, right? Being curious about other people's culture and why they decided to make the moves that they've made, and so on and so forth. And this guy's making a living out of it. He is killing the game with the videos, boy.
I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all.
We need to get a deal so we can go to some of these countries and interview Black women. I'll tell you that.
Speaking of which, y'all, so since we've gone mini viral, we've kind of gone mini, what is it? We've gone mini monetized. We ain't going all the way monetized, but we're mini monetized. I say all of that to say, listen, keep watching, keep sharing, so we can go all the way monetized. Okay, I like the mini monetized, but I like the bigger monetized even better.
To be honest, we need to just drop it in a couple of Facebook groups and go, people, can you please help us by watching this video all the way through to the end? Just play it in the background, whatever.
Play it in the background. Listen, you don't even have to like us. Just play it in the background.
I think I am. I'm going to drop it in a couple of Facebook groups. All right. So anyway, that's a little strategy. Hint for y'all that need more views on your videos. Thank you all for watching. This has been another episode of Black Women Leave America, the live edition, the Japan, Americans in Japan edition. Yeah, make sure y'all, you know,
stay tuned next week. Who knows what we talk about next?
Just watch. And if you're listening, go watch.
All right, y'all.